checking in. We're gonna talk about what's the proper time limit that you should deal with a woman before you decide you want to engage in a relationship or you want to take it to the next level. For you, I guess you purple pill guys, you still want to date and nothing wrong with that. You still want to have a relationship and a companionship, which is fine. So when you're looking at time, you got to understand a woman's clock is faster than yours. She has a biological clock and a social clock that she's working on. So the biological clock is her imperative to reproduce, have a baby, have a child. Her social clock is basically what her parents, her family, her peers have instilled in her, that she has to be married, settled down, and all the family and all of that within a certain time frame. So a lot, when you was young, you say, by 25, I'm gonna have a kid, the baby, the whole nine. You thought you had your whole life mapped out. This your 13-year-old, 14-year-old self, 12-year-old self talking about you're gonna have everything situated at 25. But here you are, 25 and older, and you still don't have that situation, because what we've been told and led to believe as we were children wasn't always or isn't always what reality is and comes to be. So, you know, your clock is going to be slower, especially if you're still on your purpose as you should be. You're still working to better yourself. You're still trying to put yourself in that position. Now, if you are in that position, let's say you got everything going for yourself and this is the next step. It's all about experience. You got to look at what let's say a casual dating month looks like. A casual dating month, if I'm not talking to you on the daily, we talk maybe twice a week. We talk maybe, 2 to 3 times a week. We go out once a week or twice a week. We're not in constant contact on a daily basis. So you take that month and you count the days out of the month that you actually spent time and come in contact with that person. That's going to come condensed down to maybe 14, 15 days. So what you think is a month, when you really total and calculate the hours and time spent, is really about 14 days. So you really can't look at it from a calendar standpoint. You got to look at experiences. I say a year. You have to look through all the seasons, look at the emotional fluctuation throughout the seasons, because seasons, different times of the year, it brings out different emotions. You see Christmas time, you see Thanksgiving, that's going to have you more forgiving, but a more loving and cheerful and joyful, and you want to fellowship and you want to be around family. You want to feel that warmth. You want to savor that. So that's going to bring out a different type of emotion. You're cooking, you're putting all this extra effort into the family functions. So that's going to bring about emotion. So you need to see that through the spring, summer, fall, and winter, because each of those seasons will show a different side of that person you're dating. Now, let's say you come to that year and you say, okay, everything's been going cool. You got to ask yourself, if I do take it to the next level and say I want to slap a title on what we're doing, is that going to taint our bond? Is it going to interfere with our flow? Because once you start slapping titles on things, people are going to expect what comes with those titles. So it's going to come with some more unspoken responsibilities and obligations, unless the communication is 100% transparent. If you got 100% transparent communication, then you two can decide together on what you expect from one another, what you expect to get out of this relationship, because the relationship should be designed to take you somewhere. You should be accomplishing something by coming together. You want to build something. In a lot of cases, you guys may want to be ready to build a family. She's ready to build a family, so your focus has to be on building that family. If it's building the family and doing the business, you have to prioritize which one is which. Some people say, I want someone to build with, someone to, take what I'm doing and maximize it, whether I'm working a 9 to 5 and I want to transition out of the 9 to 5 into more entrepreneurial endeavors. You will want to meet a woman, or you were looking to meet a woman to, complement or invest into that idea, then you will have to meet someone with a like mind. So again, you need to see how they are as a friend. Not so much you want to be buddy, but if a person is a shady friend, they're going to be a shady lover. That's just how it goes. So you want to see how they rock with you organically before any expectation or before any title comes about. You want to see how they're rocking with you. organically, without no inhibition, without no kind of contingency. A lot of the times, people only rock with you a certain way when they're benefiting from the situation or when they see they can benefit. So that's you gotta look at all that. So I say vet a year minimum, and you're gonna throughout that year you're gonna engage her so much that you're gonna have certain experiences. Those experiences, whether it's an agreement or disagreement, you should take note of this. You really won't know a person's true colors or true feelings until you make them angry. So, and now I'm saying don't test and do all of the playing and pettiness, but it will be situations where you need to see her in her angry mode. You need to see how she responds when she's angry or emotional or whatever, and you can see if you can deal with her at her worst. But again, a year is still fairly early. It's not a long time. Again, you're still looking at it from that scale I mentioned earlier. That year could be condensed down to maybe 6 months when you total up the days, hours spent, or it could be a true year if you're in contact every day. You're seeing each other 4 or 5 days a week. You know it's something serious, but just make sure you vet them. I say a year. Some people say, you hear the term, women say, you should know if you want to be with me within 6 months. You should know if you want to be with me within, it shouldn't take, you should, I, I don't know you yet. So I can't, you know, the other phrase is that, women date with a purpose or date intentional. Or you should know what you want to do with me once I meet you. I don't know you yet. So I don't have any intention of getting in a committed relationship. I was attracted and the interest was there. I just want to see if it's what I saw. I want to get a closer look to make sure this is, I'm making the right call. So take your time. Don't rush into things because soon easy come, easy go. Take it slow. I know you like the thrill. You may just be attracting a certain caliber of women, and now you all lovey-dovey. You head over heels. You never had this type of action or this type of energy. You about to lose your mind. Just pump your brakes, chill out, enjoy the experience, because she's never yours. She's never gonna be yours. She just chose you right now. Now, if you keep up, you keep progressing and improving, and you take yourself to the pinnacle of who you are and are going to be, then she may see I've looked up and I have me a unicorn. I got a man of high value. Even if that's the case, she still, in her mind, will think that there's a guy with higher value than you. So you got to make sure the energy is balanced. You got to make sure you stay alpha. Make sure you don't transfer power to her to dictate the relationship. You maintain power at all times. Because you're the leader, you're the man, you need to make sure she knows that. You need to make sure those positions are concrete if you decide to get in a relationship. What your role is going to be, what her role is going to be. Because if not, it's going to be confusion. It's going to be confusion. She's going to be jumping in leadership role. You're going to be jumping in subordinate. You're going to be constantly swapping seats. Just think about driving a car and you got your girl in the car. And while you're driving, or even if you just stop, okay, let me let you drive. It's taking you too long to get to your destination. You keep changing seats. You put her in the driver's seat. You in the passenger seat. You need to keep it consistent. Keep it consistent. Keep it fluid. There's no set time, but like I said, just vet. Use your logic. Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment and your thinking. Go look at what she does. Look at the actions. Look at what's being invested. Equal interest. I would say equal investment. That's how you gauge it. Actions speak louder than anything. The sweet nothings, the words, all of that sounds good, but you will know a person's true intention by how they behave and how they act and what they do for you and with you and to you. So it's a date master. No real set time on, gauging when you should take it to the next level. If you want to take it to the next level, use the experience. Look at the ups and downs. But again, if you want to use a scale, I would say a year, because what you're rushing for. There shouldn't be a rush. If you rocking with me and I'm rocking with you, it shouldn't be any kind of rush, no time constraint. When people put you on a time constraint, there is an agenda at hand. There is an agenda at hand. Because they have a quota to meet before a certain deadline. Because again, it's all about the biological clock and the social clock. They're trying to make sure that they don't, disappoint their parents, their peers, their family, because all of them were married at 25, 26, 27 with kids and etc. So you want to fit in that mold, or she's gonna want to fit into that mold. Some of you guys want to do the same. So man, y'all stay tuned. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, comment. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. Stay master.